What is up, guys? Welcome back. So today's video is actually sponsored by McGavin Miniatures. I'm going to have more info on them later in this video, but the models that we are looking at today have all came from them. So if you are interested in any of the models that you see here today, I would go ahead and check out their website. Alright, so I have my campaigns kind of planned out for Bunkers and Badasses. And one of my campaigns is a pirate-themed campaign. I have, right now, the group, my Vault Hunters, they are trying to figure out what's going on in their campaign now. They do know of Vecna. Vecna is like the main baddie in this campaign. They are picking up the pieces that my brother and his wife, when they play Bunkers and Badasses, they're picking up the pieces that they kind of messed up in their campaign. After that, there is a pirate campaign. So I'm trying to get some of the stuff done and ready for that, so that when they do make it to that campaign, I could be working on the campaign after the pirate one, which is vampires. So I can't wait for that. So I have different pirate factions. I think that's really good to have. So I have my orc pirates. I have my regular pirates. I'm going to have my ghost pirates. I'm going to definitely have my vampires. I'm going to have every type of pirate available to throw at these guys in that campaign. But for right now, and I know they're going to work with me with these other different pirate factions as well. Right now, I have been working on the orc pirates. And my buddies at McGavin Miniatures have said, hey, I got a box for you. And these are some badass models. So this was the first one that I actually did. I don't know why this is the first one, but this is the first one. And it is a pirate orc on like a... It's like a helicopter, but it's like above the water. And this was the first initial model that I did for this range. And I didn't know exactly how I wanted to do it. I know I wanted to make it rusty, like really rusty and like run down, like orcs would be in Warhammer or something. So I was like, let me just do that. I did get some freebooters, which is like a Warhammer box, to make them orcs with these. But these models, man, are just so great compared to like just the freebooters. That is the helicopter I got. I have a bunch of like riders, which are really wild. All right, so I'm gonna go, I guess, by the way I painted these. So this was the first like rider that I painted. I still got to do the rim on the helicopter, but this is one of the riders right here. See if I can clear it up. He's like on like a lobster with a little gobbo in the back there. These, and this, for this range, right, I wanted to make these orcs and these pirates more vibrant, even with the bases and stuff. I wanted to make sure that not everything that I paint is grimdark. So I wanted to make their skin pop. I wanted to make their bases like have very vibrant bases. Look at these guys have come together like so well. So well. I love the way that these all turned out. And what's really cool is that if you like a certain thing, like say you like certain weapons or gear from your Warhammer boxes, you can just clip it, glue it onto one of these, because technically this gun is actually from a Warhammer box. Just from a Warhammer box. So these are really good if you want proxies for your war games, or if you want to do it like me, just have a band of a certain type of enemy for your Vault Hunters and Bunkers and Badasses, or even your crew that's playing in D&D. This is really cool, the swordfish. These are very comical with their, like, what they're riding. I love the goblins. They're always in like some weird position that they're like going through hell trying to hold on to what's going on. Here's another one. There's like, I think like 6 different riders here. I definitely wanted to be vibrant, even with the different fish and stuff. These are resin models, so I don't want to drop them. It's easier said than done. You can always glue stuff back together. Since they're resin, they will snap. So, but that's the game that you play when you have resin 3D printed models. And this is like one of the last riders that I have painted. Definitely on the crazy side. I really love these models. I can't wait to throw these on the table. I can't wait for the guys to see this and be like, oh shit, what is that? These are the squigs that they have for this line are like little sharks, and I think it's awesome. Definitely a really cool little touch to things. I'm also going to show you guys some models that aren't painted. They're primed, but they're really cool. And I really feel like it'll be something that you guys would want if you are doing any sort of pirate game or anything like that. This is badass. This is like the orc rider, like the captain. He has a little goblin on a goldfish. I made it a goldfish because I just thought it would be funny to make it a goldfish. But the hammerhead shark, definitely an awesome touch there. I tried my best with the leather. I think I did pretty good with the leather. I took my time on this guy. Yeah, I really like the way that he turned out. I'm going to show you guys this really cool model. Okay, this is really cool. This is actually, I think, the first... No, not the first. The second model that I did paint. I did so good with this model that, like, I don't even know how I can top it, to be honest. But this, like, he's riding on a boat. So this is a boat, like a boat tricycle. But it is so badass. The cannon has a skull in it. The guns are blazing. Like, my whole thing, right? I wanted to make this like a rust bucket. But my whole thing was like, I don't know how to top this. Like the claw. And I wanted to put him on a base, but I don't think I need to. Like he's big enough. Like if I put him on a base, it's going to be freaking massive. So I might just leave him off base and just move him around like that because he's big enough. And most people in like wargaming and stuff, when they have their vehicles, they don't even put them on bases. They just move them around because you don't really have to have them on a base. It's just weird for me to have models that don't have bases. It's just, I don't know, it's just something weird to me. But I think this one might go without a base so he can just fit in any situation. Because, like, it's technically a trike. So, like, it's a boat trike. So if I want him to just run up on land and just fuck with my Vault Hunters, he can because it's a trike. So why not? All right. These are what has been painted. So before I get into the stuff that hasn't been painted yet, let's just give a word from our sponsor. If you're on the pursuit of finding some better miniatures for your tabletop games, with it being fantasy or grimdark future, or if it's an RPG or wargaming, I would check out McGavinMiniatures.com. They have a wide range, and there's a lot of different models that you might see at these other places, but they just have a better spice on this website. A lot of the models that I use in my bunkers and badasses is actually straight from these guys. And if you want to move away from the smaller scale models, you can always get a statue from them. I literally painted a Mad Moxie that these guys printed out for me a long time ago. So if you're interested in painting models, check out McGavin Miniatures. Okay, so back to it. So this this model has been dry brushed already, so I already primed it and dry brushed it. I haven't gotten to paint it yet, but it's a big ass crab. And it's like shooting missiles, flamethrowers going off. Like, it is massive. Like, it's just a huge model for no like dumb reason. Like, but it's really cool. It's just a big unit you can put on the table. I would say that if you can magnetize these things, go ahead and magnetize them. I glued everything, so there is, I think one of these rockets like came off at one point, and I had to re-glue it. It's just what can happen with these type of models. But this is definitely a cool piece, a big badass to throw on the table. You don't have to put the extra stuff on there. It just makes it look crazy and cool when you do. So I did. I went ahead and did that. Now, these are just black primed. I did not dry brush these yet. They are fairly new. These are fairly new, okay? So just bear with me. This little treasure chest, I think, is supposed to go on a model. I don't know which model it goes onto, and I don't really care because I can always put this little treasure chest on the table as a little like piece of scenery or like something that the characters can work towards, and it's not locked to a model's base. So I'm going to use that as like a little terrain piece or piece that they can go actually get gold from. So there's that. I got this really cool, I don't know if he's like a pirate scientist or whatever. These are like probes, electronics, something. They all glow, right? So I'm going to make it glow. He does have some gobos in the back messing with his stuff. There's like a furnace back there that they're throwing stuff into. Really like the way this model's set up. He's probably going to be the next model that I do because the last two are big and really, really cool. I'm going to put a lot of time into them. So this is, I have the Warhammer equivalent to this. What's cool about that though is the other one still looks like a great white, but this one looks like a fucking great white. Like this looks like a great white shark, like to a T. Not much I have to really do to show that this is a shark. The other one I have to do some little finicky things, but other than that, I mean this is awesome. Like this is just an awesome model, and I really like this. This reminds me of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, like the sharks that you get, the dogfishes. This is this, and I'm so glad that I have this because I want those in my Bunkers and Badasses. Like they're my favorite enemy in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So to have those type of enemies and those type of models on the table is really important to me. And then lastly, what I will have to get to, I bought this model. Okay, I bought this model. You know, a Warhammer model. Okay. This is basically, I guess, Gaz Thraka, which is like your big orc, you know, like the one you put on the table and everybody's like, damn, right? I bought one to kit bash, make him piratey. Well, my buddy at McGavin Miniatures decided that he had a better one. I didn't know that he was doing this. He put this in a box, but I knew instantly what this was. I can't beat this. Even if I try to kit bash, there's no beating this. There's no beating this. I mean, I'm going to kit bash the other one. He's going to look cool, but not like this. Look at this. He's like a Blackbeard Gaz Thraka. He has like the cannon. The cannon's being held on by a squid. The fucking claw, like it's a crab claw, but it's also like pinned down with like some anchors. Like, dude, you can't beat that. He's sitting on a like pieces of a boat, water splashing around. You got the you got the bird, like the bird squig, but he also looks like a shark. It's hilarious. I love this. I think this is one of my favorite. This is definitely my favorite model that I can use in Bunkers and Badasses that the guys at McGavin Miniatures printed me out. And he printed me out a lot of shit. Like, he printed me out a lot of vampires and stuff like this. But this one right here, I love this model. It just, when I throw this on the table, when those guys do their pirate campaign, they are going to be, their jaws are going to drop. Their jaws are going to drop. And they're going to love going against this guy. But that is basically everything that's been going on with me lately. I do want to get back into making more of the Bunkers and Badasses, like campaign videos where it shows my brother and his wife and Quentin playing their campaign. I do want to get back into that. I have been using AI to do that. You guys kind of know that. It's just an easier way for me to get those videos and that story out to you guys without having to sit there and draw every frame, which I can do. It's just I'm a one-man army here, so I can't really get that story out that easily, plus paint all these models and run their like the other guy's game and just and work, and like I can't do all that. I just can't. But if you guys love any of these models, or if you're interested in painting models or playing tabletop games, give McGavin Miniatures a look. Just give it a look, because you might find something there that you'll really like. And if you're here because you love Borderlands and you love Bunkers and Badasses, that's great too, because they also have statues there. They have the Mad Moxie that I painted on this channel. They also printed me out this Lilith as well, which I have not painted yet, but I've had this model for quite some time. Not as long as the Moxie, but I did get to the Moxie finally. There's also this Mad Moxie that they printed me as well, where she's like in a bikini. I still have to paint that one as well, but there's different models and different sizes of models that you can get. You can get that Lilith scaled down to a model for your D&D games or your Bunkers and Badasses. You can get the same thing with the Mad Moxie. I have that same Mad Moxie in this case that I also painted on this channel. So I have her this big, and I have her like this big, because she's massive up there. But as always, thank you guys for checking today's video out. I hope that you enjoyed the models that I've showed you today and the paint jobs, because I did put some time into these paint jobs. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.